ladies and gentlemen, to the Fish Productions Reviewer, where we review anything that catches our fancy or interest. Today's review is Adeptum Effectus by Reddevel360. Here's the summary. Killing a man will harden you. Fighting a war against genocide will harden a species. Why are we so ruthless, Councilor? Because when fighting for your very existence, anything is acceptable. Lord Hood, featuring humanity that discovers the archives in the midst of fighting a war for their own survival. A war that is destined to be a massacre turned into a stalemate. Now, this story is quite an interesting and generally good story. Or it's just me, personally. I personally think all stories involving military buildup and uh, strategy and other things involved in stories like that have always been appealing to me. And for that, this story will be getting around a 9 out of 10. There are a few things he could add to make it better, but as a story, this is one of the better stories on the site. Though I will complain he doesn't have enough Master Chief time in the story, but that will be coming later on. Now, this story is amazing. It starts out very slow, and it's not until like chapter, I like to say 6 or 7, before the story actually starts picking up real well. But throughout it, it's enjoyable, light read that I would highly recommend. The things I think he should do to try and improve the story is flesh out the chapters a little bit more, add a little bit more scenes with other characters, not just main cast characters from Mass Effect or Halo. Add some side characters like civilians discussing things and other things along those lines. Just add some more background characters. It always increased the world building of stories. And the sad thing is about 99% of fan fictions do not do this. They just follow the canon content and very rarely make it their own. This story, he somewhat is making the story 100% his own. It's just there's not enough background stuff happening that would make it a little bit more interesting of a story. He's focused too much on the main plot of things for his story. I will say he needs to add, in chapters going forward, he can write his main plot, but he needs to, at the end of the stories or during the middle segment, have a little section cut in for civilians talking or just a Marine talking, kind of like the Easter egg in Halo 3, where they do a red versus blue skit, um, talking in the background, making it seem like the world is actually bigger, and he can put little Easter eggs in the story that could expand it, because this is a fan fiction. You can put whatever you want in there. He doesn't necessarily have to be tied 100% to just Mass Effect or Halo or what little Star Wars references he has put in there. I think he put like 2 or 3. Can't exactly remember. It's been about 2 months since I read this story. But overall, that is what I personally think. Besides that, it is an amazing read, though I wish he would update a tiny bit faster. But that's what I wish for all writers on fanfiction when I find good stories. Now, thank you for coming to Dope Fish Productions. I see you tomorrow.